Hi, this is Alex from Groovy Entertainment. Today we got another book and record episode to do. Today's book is Baby Pac-Man Go to the Market from 1983. So let's get started.
Hi everybody, this is your Baby Pac-Man read-along book. Now every time you hear the Energizer sound, it means it's time to turn the page in your storybook. Now remember, when you hear the Energizer sound, turn the page. Whenever Baby Pac-Man has dinner with his parents, his mother always says, "Pac-Baby, be sure to eat your vegetables. They are very good for you." Pac-Baby began to wonder why vegetables are so good for you, and decided to find out for himself. The next time Pac-Baby's mother was going to the market, he asked if he might go too. His mother said she would be happy to have him along. Pac-Baby's mother was pleased. She liked his new interest in vegetables. The market was 5 blocks from their home. Pac-Baby decided he would walk with his mother. How long those blocks seemed to Pac-Baby! His little legs began to get more and more tired. His mother decided she would let Pac-Baby ride piggyback the rest of the way to the market. When they arrived, Pac-Baby was amazed at how bright and colorful the vegetables were. The greens, yellows, and reds of the vegetables were fun to look at. At first, Pac-Baby thought he knew the names of all of the vegetables, but it turned out that he didn't. Pac-Baby had never heard of squash, or eggplant, or zucchini. He decided right then to learn all the vegetables' names. As they passed each counter, Pac-Baby would take a deep breath. My, so many different smells. Suddenly, there was a very strong smell. They were passing the onions. Whew! The onions made Pac-Baby's eyes water. He told his mother he didn't want her to buy any onions. His mother smiled and said maybe he would like them when he was a little older. Pac-Baby said he didn't think so. Mr. Brown, the store owner, came over to talk. He said he would help Pac-Baby learn the names of the different vegetables. He even gave Pac-Baby a book filled with pictures of vegetables to look at. Mr. Brown asked Pac-Baby if he knew about vitamins. Pac-Baby looked puzzled. He took his yummy-tasting Pac-Man vitamins every day, but he didn't really know why. Pac-Baby's mother explained that vitamins are one of the reasons vegetables are so good for you. They contain vitamins, and these vitamins are important to your health and growth. Vitamins keep you looking good and feeling strong. Pac-Baby was surprised. Vegetables look good and are good for you too. What a nice idea. Suddenly, they heard a loud noise, and through the door marched the Prince of Vegetables. That's right, it was the Earthman. Earthman's job is to help the farmers watch over the crops. Earthman frowned as he told Mr. Brown that someone had stolen all the lettuce and that he must find it before dinner. If he doesn't, the people won't have any salad to eat. That would be just awful. Pac-Baby told Earthman that he would be happy to help find the missing lettuce. "I can use all the help I can get," admitted Earthman. "If it's all right with your mother, please come with me." Pac-Baby's mother gave her son permission to go as long as he promised to be home before dark. Pac-Baby promised and excitedly waved goodbye to his mother and Mr. Brown. First, Earthman and Pac-Baby drove to the country. They looked in the barns. They looked under porches, up on rooftops, and down in basements, but no lettuce. Where could it be? Earthman came up with a plan. They would drive to Farmer Bill's place. Farmer Bill was always boasting that his dog Rex can sniff out anything. Earthman hoped that Farmer Bill was right. As they arrived, Farmer Bill was just beginning to plant a new patch of carrots. He stopped his work and listened as Earthman explained about the disappearing lettuce. lettuce. They put Rex in the car and away they went. As they passed by an old shed, Rex suddenly started barking. Earthman pulled the car to a halt and they jumped out. Pack Baby and Earthman quietly tiptoed to the window of the shed. Earthman signaled to Pack Baby to be very quiet. As they listened, they could hear voices. Earthman peeked through the window. He couldn't believe his eyes. There were stacks and stacks of lettuce piled high to the ceiling. "Well, look who's responsible for all this trouble," he said. "It's none other than those naughty ghosts, Shadow, Bashful, Speedy, and Pokey." The ghosts were laughing and giggling, pleased with themselves for having played another joke on Earthman. Earthman explained to Pack Baby that not too long ago the ghost had stolen all the radishes. They had taken the radishes to the town's golf course. The golf course watchman was asleep, and the ghosts were able to sneak in. Once inside, they went to the locker room and took all the golf balls out of the golf bags and replaced them with radishes. What a nasty trick to play on the golfers. When they went out to play, instead of smacking golf balls, they were smashing radishes. The golfers were very angry with those ghosts. They called Earthman, but poor Earthman had a cold. He couldn't get out to catch those tricky ghosts. Earthman had promised that the next time those ghosts caused trouble, he would catch them for sure. Now he had his chance. Earthman listened to what Shadow and Bashful were planning. This time they were going to use the lettuce as bowling balls. This was really too much. Earthman and Pack Baby knocked on the door. When Speedy came to the door, he was very surprised to see Earthman and Pack Baby. "Oh no," he shouted, "it's Earthman!" Pokey joined in. "He's caught us this time." Speedy's teeth began to chatter. He knew they were going to be punished. Earthman told the ghosts they would have to return all the lettuce to its rightful owners. Pack Baby almost felt sorry for the ghosts, but he knew that when you take something that doesn't belong to you, even though it's only a trick, you have to be punished. The goofy ghosts hung their heads in shame. They were sorry for their wrong deeds. They returned all the lettuce to its owners, and as their punishment, Earthman made them wash all the vegetables at the market every day. Pack Baby thought that was a great idea. As Pack Baby had promised, he returned home before dark. He always kept his promises. His mother listened to his story. She was so proud of Pack Baby. The next day she bought him a new red wagon. The wagon could be used to ride to the market. Pack Baby would no longer become tired from the long walk. And he could also use the wagon to carry vegetables home from the market. Pack Baby had learned some good lessons. First, that it's wrong to take something that doesn't belong to you. Second, that it is not nice to play tricks that might be harmful to others. And third, that it pays to know your vegetables.
So that was Baby Pac-Man Go to the Market from 1983. So please like, subscribe, share, and comment, and have a groovy day. We'll have another video coming out real soon.